Evans with ChugaChaga. Where are you? There he is. Come on up to the stage. ChugaChaga. All right, you know the deal. You got your mics, you got your timer,
awesome.
And you got your clicker.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Luke Evans, and I'm the CEO and founder of ChugaChaga. We are the first 100% organic, non-GMO verified, 100% wild-crafted, chaga-based beverage to launch in the United States. Watching my brother battle with cancer as a child had a huge impact on my family's life. From a young age, the mantra, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food," was firmly ingrained into our eating habits. Today, 41% of Americans are at risk of developing cancer in their lifetime. This is the 7th highest rate out of any country in the world. But what does any of this have to do with bottled beverage and me being in front of all you here today? While as a chef in the Hudson Valley Catskills, I was on a hike with my friend and mentor, who I was a chef working under, in a mountain called Walnut Mountain, where I discovered chaga itself. This is a picture of what chaga is. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees that contains an extremely high concentration of antioxidants. To compare it on this ORAC chart to current superfoods currently in the marketplace, chaga blows blueberries, pomegranates, and acai berries out of the water. We want to do at ChugaChaga what Palm did for pomegranates and Sambazone did for acai berries. Outside of its antioxidant composition, chaga contains a complex of 215 different phytonutrients with immune-supporting, mood, and cognitive-enhancing abilities. The problem with chaga, although it's been consumed in Russia and Asia for thousands of years, it's still currently unknown outside of very select holistic markets in the United States. This is because it's a super dense substance that takes 3 hours to brew and extract into a tea-based beverage. This is where at ChugaChaga we thought, what if we developed and took care of everything from sourcing it off the tree to brewing it and bottling it into the tea. This January, we'll be launching in the tri-state region tree tea, where for every tea, we will be planting a tree in deforested areas of the world. All 55 calories or under, USDA organic and non-GMO verified. We're going to be launching in 3 SKUs. Classic, which is flavored with a complex of organic honey, maple syrup, cane, and brown sugar. Peach, and zero sugar, which we use xylitol, which is sugar alcohol synthesized from birch trees as well. Currently in the chaga-based beverage marketplace, there are 2 beverages that are currently on the market. Mudra Teas out of Jersey and Clinker Brews here on the West Coast. However, combined, ChugaChaga has 10 times the social following of these companies combined. If you look at this product matrix chart, we feel that ChugaChaga is at the white space between functionality and great taste. If you look at, we take care of everything of taste, antioxidants, energy, immune, and also probiotics. We're going to be launching at specialty and natural grocers in the Brooklyn, Manhattan area this January, like I said, at places like Sprouts, Mrs. Green, and Fresh Time. And we have expressed interest as well at Fresh Direct. From there, we look to curate and develop relationships with outlets like Whole Foods and Kroger's as well. The ready-to-drink tea industry is a $5.9 billion market opportunity. Specifically, ChugaChaga is at the intersection of a $3.5 billion market opportunity in the herbal, fruit-flavored, and all-natural spaces. So this here is a picture of our team. We started 2 years ago going up to the Adirondack Mountains weekends while we were in college and foraging for this superfood itself, getting a deep understanding of its growing patterns, its habits, and how we could effectively commercialize the product surrounding it. So Mark Iskander, he heads our sales, marketing, design efforts. Adam Kaiser brings his experience in the military, keeping the train on the rails, making sure that everything goes smooth with our supply chain management and operational experience. Help us share with the world nature's best kept secret, chaga. Restore, repair, revitalize. Thank you.
Nicely done. Greg, let's start with you. What do you think of the packaging, the branding approach to chaga?
I love the space.
Well, ChugaChaga, but this chaga tea.
Yeah, I love this space. I love fungus. I think that the package is very far away from being commercially ready. You would want to see a stronger brand name. more prominently. You've got repetitiveness going between the chaga and then chaga tea. Because it's such a new, fungus is going to be new to the world. Even against early adopters at Whole Foods or whatnot, you'd want to see as big as day on the front what chaga actually is. So it's tea that is doing this, and then that's the thing that I would be focusing on if I were you, to clarify and strengthen the brand name and what actually this fungus is going to do to be read on the front panel.
Mm-hmm. Matt, what does VEB think of ingredient-focused beverages like this?
No, I think there's a high demand for it. I think it's very clever that you're bringing together a couple of different categories. I love the blurring of teas and birch tree water. I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, we're seeing more and more of that. It'll give you good opportunity to capture a variety of consumers. I agree with Greg. The packaging needs quite a bit of work. I think you need to communicate that message a little bit stronger. If you're going to capture those people that are interested, they've got to know. I mean, it takes a while to figure out what it is, and you've got 3 seconds on average to capture that consumer's attention. Mm-hmm. So make sure you have that powerful message right up front.
Yep. Dwayne, Luke had some slides up there. He had some possible competition for his brand. He had some places where he could see it be sold. Was he on target with those possible competitors? And
yeah, this is one where partially because of what Greg and Matthew have said, you got to start really small on this and understand. I would literally start in 20 stores and see what happens here, because I don't understand. I mean, for me, antioxidants aren't enough anymore. There's, and from a functional beverage perspective, you're going to need. I'm guessing there's other sort of antiseptic or micronutrient components of chaga that could be communicated. I would not lean so heavily on the antioxidant piece. I did have one question on the wild crafting of the ingredient of the chaga itself. From a supply chain perspective, can that scale?
Right. So
let me grab your mic.
we have a network of 700 foragers in the Alaskan and Canadian territories that we supply our source from.
And they put it all together into a cooperative sort of supply chain?
It's different
Just for you.
suppliers, but we have a network
Okay.
of 700 in total.
Donna, what do you think of the taste?
I actually liked it. To me, and I'm glad you asked me that question because I have an answer for that question.
I have the answer to that question.
I found the peach flavor to be a little bit too it went into the direction of too fake tasting for me. A little bit maybe too much flavoring used. And for me, I think there's got to be more of a flavor to the chaga. Is that how you pronounce it, chaga? Right? To me, it tastes a little bit like iced tea. So if you want to differentiate yourself from iced tea, and certainly the price point that you're selling at it will be very different than iced tea, don't be afraid to bring out that chaga taste, whatever that is. And because right now I think it's masked by a lot of sweetness, so it just tastes to me like iced tea. So I think you could improve it there a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And I know asking about market potential is really tough, but John, what do you think of the potential for this brand to scale?
Well, I think, for it to scale, it really needs someone else out there championing chaga. I mean, I think it's just, we see this all the time. I mean, cash-strapped startup, it's going to be impossible to convince, consumer base to really buy into this. And I'm sure that'll happen with other brands that are out there. But I think that seems to be the biggest, inhibitor to this right now, no matter, how well you communicate it or make it taste. So I think that's just going to take time.
All right, good stuff, good feedback. Thanks so much, Luke. Good job.